Today we're going to be seeing a team who currently play in the very bottom tier of Scottish football, but they used to be a league club. Even more amazingly, it was exactly 100 seasons ago that they did play their first league season. As you can see, 9th that season, Royal Albert are in the same league as Queen of the South, Brechin City, bigger teams sort of in that division. Montrose even are probably the highest team out of those right now, except from Queen of the South. Queen of the South and Montrose, and then they also played in it the next season, where they finished 9th again, and in that second season there was other teams like Vale of Leven, who we've covered before, and then the next season after that, 1925 to 26, in there again with Beath, who are obviously doing very well at the moment, Forfar again. Yes, they used to be a league club, but they now play in the bottom tier of Scottish football. I'm extremely hungover thanks to Sharp Div, CJ Novo and the Scottish YouTube football team. It was their awards night last night at Hampden Park. And so there's only one thing I can do before I head to the ground. And there's a little bit of a football link. So we're in a village called Stonehouse and we're seeing a team called Royal Albert. There's no Stonehouse team anymore, but there used to be a team called Stonehouse Violet. I don't know if there's any link to this place, but let's go grab some scran. Hello. Hangover cured. Let's get down to the ground. A lot of games have sadly been called off today, and it's easy to see why. It's very, very frosty out here. The sun's coming out and all the players are warming up on the frostier side of the pitch, but this is still pretty frosty here. It doesn't feel too hard, but I'm just hoping that the game is on. However, yeah, a little bit of history about Royal Albert. What a strange name. Why is it called Royal Albert? Well, originally it was two Larkhall pit teams, two coal mining teams that joined to form Royal Albert, and one of the owners of the club, or the guy who brought the two pit teams together, named the football club after a famous ship, the Royal Albert, HMS Royal Albert, and that's why they have the name today, and it's on the badge as well. Although look at it now, there's probably me and 3 or 4 other spectators that are in here right now. Their record crowd at their old original ground in Larkhall, which is sadly now no longer there, was 5,000 against Celtic in the Scottish Cup. They got to the Scottish Cup 5th round, but look at where they play now. How would they get on if they played Celtic in 2023?
I'm Mark. Andrew.
And you're both English?
Yeah.
Living
English.
in Scotland,
yeah,
like myself?
Yeah.
You ground hop around Scotland. What have been some of your favourite grounds to visit?
Lesmahaga. Yeah.
Oh, that is a good ground.
Lesmahaga
Yeah.
is a cracker. Lochie United.
Okay, yeah, up in Dundee.
I love the grass bank at Lochie United.
Yeah,
one of
nice.
my favourite places in all of Scotland.
Dundee Violet.
Dundee Violet as well.
Dundee generally is a great place to see football.
It is.
Yeah, Violet's great. I like Downfield's ground.
And what do you think of the ground here today? Have you been here before?
Never.
No, first time.
What do you reckon?
It's quite nice with the trees around it. I'm not a big fan of flat grounds.
Okay.
It's quite flat. I love this tiny stand.
I know, this is literally like the only stand that we're in right now.
And it is tiny.
And I think there's only 3 of us in here right now, but
Yeah,
it should get a little bit busier later.
Yeah.
Do you know much about the 2 teams, especially Royal Albert, the home team?
No, because I've never seen Royal Albert play. I don't
We saw
think.
Carluke earlier in the season, didn't we?
We saw Carluke earlier in the season, yeah, indeed, so we went there for the first time.
So 100 seasons ago, they were playing 3rd tier football, Royal Albert.
Well,
They were in the 3rd tier along with teams like Montrose and Queen of the South.
Yeah,
And then now they're obviously 10th tier.
I'm Gary Simpson. I'm the match secretary of Carluke Rovers Football Club.
And we can see the lads just warming up behind us at the moment. Games should be on, we think. The ref said it's okay.
The game said it's on. It's still quite hard and a bit of ice on the park, but we've played in worse.
And you actually speak about playing here. You used this as your home ground, didn't you, for a year or 2, you were telling me?
Well, it was about just over half a season we played
Okay.
here for our home game because our old park, the current park, pitch got burned.
Yep, so the pitch got damaged and you played here, it's now the home of Royal Albert. Do you know much about Royal Albert and their history? They used to be a league club, amazingly.
Yeah, many years ago. They're a good club, they always have been. They had a great committee. It's all changed recently with bringing in a full new committee and playing staff. So
Yep.
but they're looking like they're picking up and
Yeah.
doing really well. So it'll be a tough game for us today.
I'm Nathan.
and Aaron.
And are you fans of Royal Albert? You work here at Royal Albert, or?
Just fans.
Fans. Worked for under 20s last year.
Aye.
Okay, nice. And so why do you come to football at this level? Do you support a bigger team as well, or are you just Royal Albert through and through?
Rangers fan.
I'm a Celtic fan, but
Okay.
junior football's the heart there, isn't it?
Yeah.
Aye.
But you come together for Royal Albert even though you support different
Aye.
clubs.
Definitely.
And so, what can you tell me about Royal Albert, especially at the moment? They've changed their squad, right?
Yeah, about 4 or 5 weeks ago they changed their management team, and they basically brought a full squad with them. So it's definitely working out for the best. 4 wins before the now. So
Yep.
definitely working out for the best.
And you said just a second ago there, junior football, like, that's the heart of it and stuff. Like, what do you like to get out of coming to football at this level?
Being a
Mainly
part
closer
of the
to the
lads,
players.
I'd say.
I've been close to the players, like giving them all handshakes after the game and saying well played, and the gaffer and that.
And hearing
Yeah,
what the
connection with
referee's
the
saying,
players. Aye.
people are shouting abuse at the ref.
Exactly.
Usually
I,
me.
I definitely want to do that.
Nice. Well, good luck today, lads. Oh, my feet feel like they're about to drop off. Does he ever try and run on and get the ball?
Last week we nearly had an incident.
Oh, really?
3 seasons ago, our goalkeeper finished as joint top goal scorer for our team.
How did that happen?
He scored about
3 goals.
3 or 4 goals or something.
How did he score for it? What, from free kicks? What, he came up from corners? 2 were against Carluke.
One was a 60-yard free kick that just whipped right down everybody and went in. And the other one we put here, we were 3-2 down with the last kick of the ball.
Yeah.
And the corner, he came in and just diving header straight to the corner.
Jesus.
Penalty, Royal Albert. Definite pen, that one. No VAR needed there. And a yellow card as well.
Ref, we've got a VAR here for a red card.
Good pen. Updating the Twitter while he's running the line.
Look, the fans are up here, eh? Come on, ref! Ref, it's no Christmas, save the cards, eh?
Oh!
Unlucky, mate, go!
What do you think? Good boy.
Yeah, never done it, but...
So you were saying earlier they don't sell pies at this ground because the council.
Yeah, I think they're not allowed. Oh, well, you have to pay to do it.
Okay, but we're going to see if we can get a coffee inside somewhere.
Yeah, there's usually a committee.
Okay. Oh, save! Oh, how's he saved that?
Josh, like, had the home team and the away team won.
Keen to stand around here in the second half, just thinking that there'd be a lot of action up this end. Royal Albert, they are 2-0 up. I thought they'd probably attack a lot more in the second half, maybe score 1 or 2 more goals, but it's all been Carluke up the other end, really. But there's another really cool fact. This is the club that keeps on giving. So they're obviously not from Stonehouse, they're originally from Larkhall. And this used to be the home of Stonehouse Violet, and I have had it confirmed that that cafe we went to is named after the old football club Stonehouse Violet, the Violet Cafe. But this football club, Royal Albert, scored the first ever official penalty. I think the penalty was a thing before, like, the international footballing body of the 1800s actually brought it in as an official rule, and the first team to score one was Royal Albert, and I think it was against Airdrie in like the 1890s or something. So not only are we watching a former league team that now play bottom tier, not only are we seeing them in a stadium that they haven't traditionally played at, but they also scored the first ever officially recognised penalty in world football. Understandably, a lot of games have been called off today. So it's a good crowd here. I think there's a lot of people at this game who were supposed to be at games locally that have been called off, so they've come along today. There's maybe like 100 people here, maybe you'd say today, around that side. There's a fair few, that's where we stood in the first half, and then there's loads all stood up here by the dugouts. Look at that. It's a red card, a second yellow for one of the Carluke players, and it's a red. Oh. You Royal Albert fans then?
Aye.
What have you thought of today?
You know, pretty good.
They've been alright, they've won, well, it's 2-0 just now, not long left.
Good placement.
And you local to here then?
Aye.
And do you support a bigger team?
Rangers.
Both Rangers fans. Who would you rather won the league this season, Royal Albert or Rangers?
Don't know, because I play for Royal Albert.
Oh, okay, fair enough.
Don't know.
And do you think they'll do alright this season then? Look at that for a dugout. That is what non-league football in Scotland is all about. Yeah, just glad this game was actually on today with all the games that were called off. It's absolutely freezing. I can't wait to get back in the car, stick the heating on and get home and edit this video. But yeah, this level of football is so funny. Some of the tackles, some of the things you hear getting shouted at. The referee and the players and like the other benches like shouting at each other, so funny. But this is another bottom tier video for me. This was a cup game. These two are in the West of Scotland League Division 4, which is the 10th tier of the pyramid system. There's no 11th tier, so you finish bottom of that league. There's nowhere to get relegated to. I've made a good load of these kinds of videos before at this level. I'm struggling to speak, it's so cold. So yeah, do check out my Battles of the Bottom Tier playlist. I will leave it on screen for you guys right now. Absolutely love this level of football. I will also leave like some of the individual videos from that playlist if you don't want to click through to the whole playlist, and maybe click on one of the 2 videos that is on screen right now. Right, I'm getting out of here. It's too cold. Thank you so much for watching, and goodbye.